Okay, so let's start the recording concept. So previously we saw the capture devices, and now we'll see how we can record this information, how we can retain this information, this data from the scenes. Because it don't make any sense to capture and not record, right? It's a very low number of projects that we really will only see live and not record. Of course, for very small applications, like for home applications, if you want only to be able to see the backyard or the front door, if it's someone there, but you don't want to record anything, that's fine. But normally for a video surveillance system, it's basically all projects will require you to retain this data for analysis, or just to have it if you need to do an investigation. Okay, so in the recording part, we have basically 3 ways that we can record. We have something called edge recording. These type of recordings are normally used in home installations, where we have a standalone Wi-Fi camera recording there on its own, and sometimes pushing clips to the cloud, motion detection clips. But normally it's, if you're like having a very basic and a cheap camera, it will record only in this SD card that is inside the camera, and you'll be able to retrieve some of the recordings in your mobile phone. So this is one of the uses of edge recording. The second use is a failover mechanism from the camera. So for enterprise systems, or even on a high SMB, small and medium market business, we have some cameras that will be able to detect if you have a network issue with the NVR. And when it's detected, the camera will start to record this in the same mode that is set in the NVR. We will see in the next part. But it will be able to detect this connection loss, and it will start to record in the SD card. When the connection is established again, so let's assume a switch in the middle had an issue. So the camera starts recording locally in the SD card, and when the connection is established again, the issue is fixed, the camera will send these clips through the network to the NVR. The NVR will incorporate on its timeline, and it looks like nothing happened on this event. So that's very useful, but not all cameras have this feature. Okay, the other type of recording is using NVRs or DVRs. So this is the most traditional way to record. We'll see the different types. So the camera connection go to this device here, and then we have different types of NVRs and DVRs that will be able to record the video. And then we have the cloud. And this can be combined. The cloud not necessarily is an independent solution in this scenario, but can be a specific type. We have cameras that records directly to the cloud, cameras that use the SD card to record and the continuous recording and send only the motion clips to the cloud. We have NVRs that can send motion detection to the cloud, motion detection clips to the cloud, or we have like a mix, but it will be a different type of solution because it's not locally and need to be sent to the cloud, all the images. Okay, so let's now expand this part of NVRs and DVRs and talk about this. So the first type, the most old one, the legacy stuff, is the DVRs. So it's digital video recorder. And this type of DVRs, we have all the camera cables going physically to the NVR, to the DVR, to the back of the NVR. So we have the ports like this one. This is an encoder. but basically that's the same port. So all the camera cables needs to go to its cabinet and plug in the DVR. So it's analog, fully analog, and all the cables going here, and it will start record inside this DVR. We will have the hard drives, and then that's it. That's the solution. So DVRs, we have hybrid DVRs as well. Hybrid DVRs basically is the same of a DVR, but it will be able to handle IP cameras. So we will still have, you know, the coax inputs, but you'll be able to handle IP cameras as well. So we have an Ethernet cable here, Ethernet port that will be able to connect to the network, and you can grab a few of IP cameras. Normally, a hybrid DVR, it will vary from manufacturer to manufacturer, but normally they support like half of the channels the NVR has. So if you know, if it's 16 DVR, it will be able to handle 8 IP cameras, because normally IP cameras will be in a higher resolution than the analog cameras, of course. And hybrid DVRs are normally supporting higher resolutions in the coax cable as well. So the high quality analog or HD analog will be able to be used in these hybrid DVRs. Then we'll have the eNVRs. So the embedded NVRs are basically boxes here that you have the operational system, that you have the firmware, the software that will do everything in the recording part and the other tasks as well, and we'll be able to get the IP cameras data and record this video stream. Depending on the embedded NVR, we can have the PoE ports in the back of the NVR, so simulating like a DVR that you have to connect all the cameras directly. So like this one here, let me show. So for example, this one, so we have 16 PoE ports here, a port that is it's a WAN port that it can connect to the external, and a LAN to local. So here in this case we can connect a camera in each port here, and it will be assigned to a channel, and or you can connect, for example, a camera switch, so all the cameras connected in a switch, and just plug one Ethernet cable here that it will be able to record all the cameras. So this is an embedded NVR. We have everything here on this box. You just need to turn on in the power, plug the cameras, do the initial configuration. That's it. Everything is here. And if you need to monitor or do the playback and etc., it's all here in just one box. Normally, these type of devices are very reliable because are designed to do only this task, and normally are like a Linux-based devices. And well, I think that's all the major comments on this type of eNVRs. And we have NVRs that can be software or like a server type. So these type of NVRs, so this is like this embedded NVR. You can put it in a hack. It can be, we have hack mounts for this type of NVRs, but normally it's not designed for enterprise installations and etc. But we have for enterprise segment, we have NVRs that are really servers, like from HP, or really dedicated servers to run and a specific recording software can be from any manufacturer. We have several manufacturers that has software NVRs, and then we install on the server and it will run on the server. So normally the servers are Windows based, Windows Server. It will depend on each solution, and you can cascade this. You can have like child parent structure, and it's more like an expensive solution but more reliable for an enterprise project.